Hey guys, it's Jason, the Lego Maniac, special guest for this Lego podcast. Oh my gosh, Galactic Empire Productions. Yeah, I just kind of wish that we had more, of the old stuff. I just don't really know what really was, because, like, I guess you can, like what you said, it's more, like, less detailed, I guess. Like, what'd you say?
Yeah, I mean, even though they were less detailed, you can do like so much more stuff with them, like. But now, I mean, it's like kind of like your supply and demand like type of thing. It's like as the detail or like the accuracy to it, like like the accuracy to the films, all their like design is getting so much better, but their playability is like going like significantly down. Like in a way. Like, they're just getting more detailed, but just, I mean, that's it. I mean, and by the way, they're releasing, like, the same set over and over and over and over again. Just increases to, like, the fact that, I mean, nobody's going to want to buy them anymore because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I also just realized, like, talking between us, that we have a different, like, kind of, like, side to what we're looking at. Even though we have the same, like, motive. Because I realized that LEGO needs to, like, figure out what they want to do. Like, does it want to be a playable feature? Does it want to be a collectible thing? I mean, they did that with the UCS sets. But you can't buy that for, like, a regular kid. Like, people are like, man, this is the best set ever. But no one can really get that set unless you're an adult. Or, I guess...
Because those things are expensive.
Yeah, or you're a lucky kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it was just buying the battle packs, $10 each, waiting for an allowance or something like that, It's been crazy. Like, it's honest. I kind of honestly want to stop buying Lego because of what's happening right now. Like, with the prices, they're cool.
Yeah, like right now, only on special occasions will I ever buy like the new sets. I mean, I'm still into like the new Star Wars sets, but Star Wars is basically the only good, line right now. I mean, City, and they're making like, okay, what? Another police station, another fire station, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like we haven't had that last year, so.
Yeah, and people still buy them somehow. Like, I don't get that part of Lego at all. So I just can't.
Well, I mean, I would understand kind of because the newer generation is starting to get into more Lego, and they probably don't know anything about like Lego's past, so they're just adapting to what they have right now. You know?
And then eventually they'll figure out, like us, that they've been revamping everything.
Yeah, so someday they'll realize it.
Yeah, and maybe some things can come back, like Lego Legends. We been like Michael told me about this thing called Lego Legends, where they brought back some kind of, what'd you say, 90s, 80s, I guess. Like
they brought some like iconic 80s and 90s sets that were like amazing, So.
Yeah, like, I don't really know too much about this, but if we had some of the, like, what were they like, actually? Because I think I saw some of the boxes, like, that said Lego Legends before, but can you tell us, like, more what that's about? Because I have no idea, as a Lego fan, about that.
Oh, yeah, well, back in, like, I think, 2001, and I think into 2002, they, re-released some of the, like I said, one of the most iconic like Lego sets from the 80s and 90s, and they re-released it so that everybody can, I'm guessing maybe like kids in that generation can see what was before like Lego's past,
Yeah, but like, was it like an actual like replica of what it was back then?
Yeah, it was an exact replica, same figures, same like pieces, same printed pieces, no stickers whatsoever. I hate stickers. It was just like a blast from the past. It was amazing. But
so everything was the same, right?
Every single thing was the same thing. It's just it looks newer, So
yeah, you know what? Just thinking about that, like if we had that for Star Wars, like our original like favorite Star Wars from 2008, it would totally bring down like the Lego Star Wars market because I know that those clone troopers or anything from Star Wars, like the Tusken Raiders, I had no idea that's worth a lot. And if they brought back some of those classic sets, they're gonna be like worth nothing anymore.
Like what do you mean, like the 90s and 80s sets, or?
No, like just talking about Star Wars, like not like the other themes, but like if we had a revamp of some of the special classic ones from, like saying if Lego Legends were applying to nowadays, so like we have sets from, again, 2008, like that area, and then brought it back to like 2008.
Well, if we had like sets revamped from like 2008, I mean that's only what, like almost 10 years ago. I mean that's just too short of a time period. They need to bring back like stuff that was from like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah,
people can see what was, you know, what was actual like Lego compared to what's now, which is, I think Lego's kind of dying out a little bit with all these new lines and sets and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. But I think it's kind of like they, like, for me, like seeing as someone that can people that resell things, that like if we do get things from like that far back or something from a little bit newer, that like in like down the road kind of stuff, I wonder if it's gonna like ruin the prices of most of the Lego, because like for me, I don't understand how all this, like, you know how people like think that Lego's more of a building thing. I mean, I get how that's cool, but most of it, in my opinion, is mostly collecting stuff. So I just wonder, like, if we had Lego Legends again, like, or some form of Lego Legends, like, would that bring down the price, or would people like that? I mean, personally, like, you know.
I mean, personally, as collectors, both of us as collectors, we would probably still want like the original older sets to collect. Yeah, I know, but I mean.
Oh my gosh! What about Lego Batman being brought back? That'd be something else.
Well, aren't they bringing back Lego Batman like from the movie or something? But like not actual like good, you know, sets.
That would suck. I remember we heard I heard a rumor about Lego Sports coming back.
That would be decent.
Yeah, I'd personally like that.
Yeah, like they did back in like 2000, what, like 2000, 1999, 2001, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know, just there's something with these older sets that like attracts me so bad. It's like so much like
this kind of like old style of like way of doing Lego, I guess, right?
Yeah, because like the new style, I mean, I grew up like in like a world where like Lego was like almost actually Lego, like 2006, 2007, 2008, all those city sets, those like city sets and the Star Wars sets, they were actually like, I don't know, I guess it depends on the time period you grew up in. I mean, I didn't even grow up in the 90s or 80s, and that's probably my favorite timeline for Lego.
Nice.
But I mean, there's just something about them that just attracts my eye and wants me to collect them. And like, because back when I was a kid, I could really care less about the new ones, because I was starting to find out that there was Lego in the 80s and 90s, and I was so surprised. Like, what the heck? There was actually.
And you realize that the Lego company's been around for like decades. I'm like, what in the world?
And they just look more attractive to me because they were so much more creative. Like, you can do almost anything with them. There's like alternate builds that you can look on the back of the box.
Yeah.
And there's like more like you know, secret little like doors and like traps. You know, there's like a lot more stuff. You know, now it's just like, yeah, there's doors, but I mean, there's no like hidden features inside or anything really.
Yeah, it's a different time. Like anyone that's like watching this as a new Lego collector, hopefully someone that's listening to this. Man, I just forgot. Oh yeah. Like, what we're talking about is, there's, like, this, like, every single, like, couple of years, they have this, like, kind of style of, like, fire missiles, or sometimes they have spring-loaded missiles, or they have, like, this kind of, like, you know, Lego City didn't have that much, like, different expression. They just had the classic smile face, and,
yeah, but, I mean, I can see how that's, like, a downer, but when they brought in new faces, yeah, that was cool. Like, back in 1989, they brought in, like, with the Pirates thing, they brought in, like, new faces for, like, the different pirates and different, like, troops and all that, and that's when they introduced it, and that was pretty cool, but, you know, when it comes to, like, playability with the set, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah, it sounds like, man, I hope I can remember this. Sounds like the problem is, like, oh man, how can I word this? Oh, I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I just can't remember. My gosh. But, huh?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I just can't remember. Man, it would have been a good thing to say it though, but yeah, it's just kind of different, the things that we have now compared to then. So I don't really know how to close that off really well. So I guess you don't have any final thoughts on that, because I totally blanked out.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, I think they should really like think about maybe re-releasing like what they did back in like 2001, 2002. They should think about re-releasing like the sets, like one of the most iconic sets from like back in the days, you know, so kids can be able to experience what was back, you know, in the 80s and 90s. They can still, yeah. They can still buy like the newer sets, like the re-releases and all that crap, you know. But I mean, it's just a good way to like show like what was in the past, you know, like how the creative decent things were compared to what they are now. I mean, it's just better, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I have a concluding thought because I actually remember now. I was about to say that it seems like now they're like I guess at a time they were trying to bring in all these ideas, like the Lego video games and stuff like that, the Lego board games, I don't know, like different play functions and like small minor details of some themes, and it seems like now we're at a point like what's going to be new or something like that, because it seems like it's the same thing that's new, and we kind of want this like our old style that's back that we had as a childhood, and it seems like it's going nowhere. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's just like coming up with new innovative things, like like what you said, like video games and board games and different like competing with other like brick industries and all that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
and the Lego Racer series. That's a great example. Like for me, that's a great example because they made so many different like changes to how you can play something, and their motto is like play and be creative and work together, but how many times can you change the playability of a different set or a same set for that matter?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that brings us to our final thoughts. The Lego board game series, should it like what was it about, and why it ended so quickly, and what if it can be brought back or not, or something like that.